This is actually the upper story of a design, which is essentially the design is around about 7 meters wide by about 9 meters long. So this is the upper story, which is a little kitchen. And this is what it looks like. So this was actually a house which was built on 70 square meters of land.
How big's the house? The whole 70 square meters, I suppose.
Well, almost by two, like so. When you see the other floor plan, I think it shows the garage as a single garage, literally a little bit downstairs, and then some stairs upstairs to the bedroom. Yeah, there you are. So you walk in the door. There's your open plan living, and then essentially you go up the stairs and away you go into the upper story. So interestingly enough, this was an idea that was originally floated by one of the Queensland government organisations about how do we address affordability. And if you go back to the elevation there, Colby, which just has the actual pretty picture of it from the front, the idea of it was, and this actually did work in this instance, as far as the young woman who went into this property was actually a nurse, and she had a registered nurse from memory, so had some lending capabilities, but not enough to get a whole normal residential building. So this, from memory, was around about somewhere between $250,000 and $270,000, which is actually a threshold that has been seen as possibly affordable, as in you can get a loan for it as a single person. So that was really the economic intent, was to say, well, what can you get if you reverse out of affordable dollar values? So that was, and then it said, well, you can only have 70 square meters of land. Well, then how do you design for 70 square meters of land? So the answer is you need to have 2 stories, otherwise you can't fit anything on there. And this lady actually had a small puppy dog, and there was about 1.5 meters worth of land at the back that went onto the fence, and that was enough for a micro dog to run around, because also they did design a park, so there was a short distance to some of the local parks.
Yeah.
So that was a bit of a step up for her to be able to walk out the door. Now, so one thing it did deliver on, it was, in that time, like today, it would not be affordable, because that thing now would be worth, which is again how this whole thing gets broken. It's probably still now a $350,000, $400,000 thing, which is just bizarre. But it did, at its point in time, it was affordable. So it was capable of a single female being able to purchase it. With a good job, like obviously, if you didn't have enough serviceable income, you wouldn't be. It was freehold title, so you were able to buy and sell that without having any other, requirement to jump through any other hoops. Now, its limitation was, on the other side of that street was the garage of the villa design, which was going the other way. So literally, these were on either side of a small laneway. So on one side, you have a garage going to another villa, and this little one would be beside another garage. So essentially, this would be facing, the front door is facing a laneway, if you can imagine that. And beside this garage would be another garage, which would go to a property which was behind this property. So beside and behind. And then on the other side of the road is garages facing into the lane. So I was originally very hopeful for this concept, right? But when I went there, I went, oh, shit. You've got all of your, like, even think about logistic things. Where is everyone putting their wheelie bins?
Yeah.
Out
on the road. And if you're right on that laneway and you've got 25 houses with 2 wheelie bins, it's a mess, right?